And for now, I must put the tribe search on ice. You remember that motorcycle club back in Manila? Well, I made a connection through them, and that's worth coming back for. Beechcraft. Got a stretcher inside. It's like a medical evac plane. This guy has quite a collection. This guy is who I'm here to meet. Archie started off as a crop duster pilot, busting his ass.
I hold the record-breaking takeoff and landing in one day in Malaysia, 157.
157 takeoffs and landings?
One day.
Holy cannoli.
Yeah.
From those humble beginnings, he got into the airline business, helicopter sales, and maintenance. He's an aviation super success story, and he's gonna take me up and out to a very unique location. The city immediately looks so different from the air. The sensation of being in a helicopter, very unique to that of a plane. Once Archie gets us out over a field, I bring up the subject of helicopter safety. He quickly decides to make a dramatic point. He kills the engine. We enter into a fast descent, nothing but the auto rotation of the blades to slow our fall.
More stuff is gay. Amazing. It's auto rotating. Wow. Wow.
After surviving that scare, we enter Manila Bay, the most strategically ideal harbor in the Philippines. There, an island with a long history of combat comes into view. Corregidor is impressive, but there's a much more road-less traveled destination on the horizon, difficult to access. An island that once looked like this now looks like this. Not a lot of people get to come out here. Probably only a handful between us and the combatants who were fighting over this. The Japanese who the US Army burned out of this island with kerosene because they were dug in. And you would not want to be on the receiving end of this. This is a 14-inch gun. Boom. The 4 barrels on the island could spit a 500-kilo shell over 20 kilometers of distance. How on earth did this colossus come to be? Do you remember the main? The first shots of the initial and most decisive battle of the Spanish-American War happened right off of here as American warships were coming in for the Battle of Manila Bay. The Spaniards, who at that point had this island, fired at them and quickly regretted it. And then, after Spain lost, America took their empire, including Puerto Rico and the Philippines. They leveled out this island and made it into the appearance of a permanent battleship in the bay. The US military really went to work, transforming the island with 8-meter walls of reinforced concrete, massive guns, and a whole network of underground quarters. When World War II broke out, the fort was hit thousands of times by invading Japanese planes and battleships, but not a single American soldier within her defenses was ever killed. The guns constantly blasted away until the Americans finally had to surrender. Archie and I walk out to the end, where there's a view of the mountainous peninsula of Bataan, where captured American and Filipinos were forced into the infamous Death March. There's a whole interior to this island, and I'm not sure if it's completely accessible, but maybe. Let's see if I can find a way down here. Let's hope there's no booby traps down here. Yeah, I can see down below, maybe 20 meters, I can see rubble, and it appears to be a large amount of space, so I'm not exactly sure how extensive this interior goes, but there definitely was an extensive interior. I read that when the Americans finally got rid of the Japanese, they were so dug into this thing that they had to like fill it with kerosene basically and set it on fire. Aha! This is some exciting shit right here. I find a passage back to the sea and then go back in to find the coolest part. Bam! What a contrast to view the gorgeous blue bay from my blasted out and rusted up gun emplacement on this one-of-a-kind island. That was a strike right there. Holes from bullets and bombs and shrapnel. This big chunk of metal here is about ready to fall. Not safe at all, but super freaking exciting. I scurry back out, happy as a kid at Christmas. And excitedly report to Archie everything I saw. Bullet holes and secret chambers, and you can tell it goes farther than even I could access. Never could have done this without that helicopter.
Anytime.
Yeah. Adventure buddies for life.
Yeah.
We are off and out.